Alright. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Parenting dude. Oh, and it completely looks like my internet is just really gonna be special as we move forward until I can actually get it wired up. So, hey Don. So I don't know if yeah, look at that. Jeez. Do you guys even see me? Do you see me? Do you hear me? Anything? I got beat up, I noticed. Do you guys see me? Can you hear me? Am I glitching in and out? Oh, thanks, Don. See end here? Okay. Because on my end, I see it, because I have to have, I have to have Twitch open. And in order to, I guess I don't need to have Twitch open to stream. But in order to, like, do emojis and stuff like that, I kind of need to have it open, right? And I can't, every time I'm looking, it's always like going in and out. Like, it's like, nope, or I froze or something like that. And so I don't know if you guys are, it's a good idea to have Twitch open to check chat. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I have it open so I can see it, and I always see it going like in and out, loading and stuff like that. Even though it says my bitrate is still technically in the green, I'm like, I don't, because I'm not streaming anything else, right? I don't have YouTube open. I'm not streaming music, right? So nothing. But I don't want it to constantly be flickering in and out and stuff like that. We really do need to get hardwired sooner than later, because this will be a problem. Because for some reason, like, my internet's been really poop-tastic lately. So, but anyway, how's the foot? It's a foot now. It's like it actually looks like a foot. So I mean, there's that, right there. So that's a plus. I actually see my foot. Hey Skip, Miss Ebony, Don, everyone, how's it going? We'll let you know if something happens. Okay. I'm just gonna do this real quick. Switcheroos to here. Don't care about that. I actually see my foot. Alright, let's plug this bad boy up so my phone won't die. But I'm good for now? Okay. Hey Skip, Miss Ebony, Don. Alright, well, we're good for now. We might as well go. Also, the day at the park really sucked. Yeah. You know what to say when I saw that. Yeah, it did. It really did suck. I was not very happy about that situation, to say the least. I also went and I managed to talk to, like, the principal and stuff, and the stuff they were giving me was just it was funny. And they're all like, oh, this kind of thing never happens. I'm like, sure it doesn't. Of course not. You guys are great. He's like, hopefully you'll know that we're not like that. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Of course. That's why it happened. Like, what? I mean, it's like, nope, sure don't know. No. We don't get to do that. Right? It's like, that's not a thing we get to do. see. Actually, no. We want to. Ah! Oh, give me that back. Give it back. What we want is that. We want that. There we go. Benching while black. I was in my car. In my car waiting. That was it. I was waiting. That was it. I was waiting for the school to open so that I could take my kid in. That was it. That's how crappy that was. But to say the least, Anime USA didn't happen because while I can still see my foot, trying to walk on it, just for long extended amounts of time, just wasn't in the cards, and I feel really bad. Like, cause I told so many people, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be there. I really wanted to be there, but it was just better. It was better to not go. We have to come down there and take care of somebody, maybe. But you know, it's one of those ones where everything's anonymous. But when you get the cops called on you, it's a wee bit hurtful sometimes. Luckily, I mean, if there is a silver lining to the whole situation, luckily, Brown didn't, you know, it all went down after he was already in school. Right? So he didn't have to deal with it. Trying to figure out why the police were there talking to his dad, telling him that he looks suspicious and people are scared of him just because he was sitting in the car. Yeah, that's what happened. That's very frustrating. Right? And then it's really crazy when my dad talked to me. So he saw my status on Facebook. He's like, yeah, I saw it. And he started talking to me, and he was just like, man, I know what that's like. I'm like, yeah, but the problem is I shouldn't know what that's like. Not in this day and age, right? You'd think, but here we are. It's exactly what happened. It was probably the most that I've talked to my dad in a while. I mean, I talked to him, but it was just like, that one was, like, it was intense, you know what I mean? Like, he was all like, yeah, so let me tell you a little bit about my life. And I'm like, oh. So. It was hard to hear, right? It was hard to hear that, like, ain't nothing changed. But, you know, moving on. Started getting focused, like super focused on stuff. Like I actually started making my video folder for videos that I'm doing with you know, with YouTube and stuff like that, because I'm like, man, I really need to get a hold of what I'm doing here. So, you know, that's good. I don't know, for some reason that whole experience just made me want to prove so many people wrong. Because the hard part was, you know, like, he's being suspicious. He's very black and he's very sitting in the car. And, you know, I'm like, you don't know me. you don't know anything about me. You don't know my family. You don't know my education. You don't know anything about me. I was pretty pissed. And then I was like, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. I will prove you wrong. Right? So started getting like uber focused. I mean, and they'll never know. Right? They'll never. They'll have no clue. But I was like, all right, got you. So they would, they'll think you're kidnapping your own kids. Wouldn't surprise me, to be honest, because my kids are all very light skinned, and while I'm not dark, I'm not as light as they are. So, I'm just the Manny. You know what I mean? No. I had someone call me that when I was out with my children, right? Because I was out there and I think we were at the park. We were just outside. We were playing, and life was good. We were just playing around, and this old woman came up to me and she's like, "Oh wow, you're so good with these kids," and they're like, "What are you, the Manny?" And I was like, "Excuse me." Right? Like I was so confused. I was like, "Wait, what?" And then, one of my kids came and was like, "Daddy, can we go home?" And I was like, yes. Yes, we can. Because if we don't, Daddy's gonna say something really bad to this old lady. So bad. I just don't understand people. I don't know, just even to have the audacity to say something like that. You're gonna talk to some random person and be like, "Are you the Manny? Right? These can't be your kids. You couldn't you couldn't possibly love your kids this much, because well, bleh. Oh my goodness. But as I posted on that post, I was like, "But racism's dead, right? Nobody deals with that anymore, right? We had a black president. We're good, right? We're good. Racism's dead. We're good." On the upside, the loan forgiveness applications are now open. Oh yeah? Get it. Now a lot of people came and asked me, like, "How do you feel about that? These students are getting their loans forgiven." And I was like, some of them got really, really hosed. Like, they got lied to. They were promised everything in the world. So good for them. They're like, "Well, do you want your loans forgiven?" I was like, "Well, I mean, if I still had loans, it'd be cool, right? But I paid my college debt off." And they're like, and it's always funny, like, "How the hell did you do that?" And I was like, "Well, when I was in school, and there was zero reason for me, like, I had a good job. Plus, I worked 3 of them while I was in school. And so there was no reason. I had the money I had, and I saved money away, right? It was like I would just pay on my loan. And so by the time I was done, I think I had like 2 years and then I paid the rest of it off. But I'm like, didn't do anything special, and no, I don't hold anything against anyone who who has loans and is getting it forgiven. Good for them. Good for them. In some instances, I'm actually mad that it's only like 10 grand. I'm like, man, what? 10 grand? And I'm not gonna do nothing. Nothing. Not gonna pay off anything. But, you know, can't be too choosy, I guess. I need to come out from under my rock. I've never heard of the term manny. Yes, the man nanny. The man nanny. It's good times. And then I've also gotten before where people are like, man, these kids, they're so well behaved. And I'm like, I don't exactly understand. Should I say thank you to that, or should I be offended? Right? It's like they're so well behaved. And you mean for black people or for kids? Like, why did you come up and tell me that? You know, it's like, why didn't you? You know, there are other kids, there are other families here who have well behaved kids. Why are you not telling their parents that their kids are so well behaved? I'm like, I mean, I get it. Y'all don't even know that you are hitting me with these microaggressions, but, but, you know, it's getting old. It's getting old quick. Or my personal favorite of the douchebaggery that is that they'll be like, wow, that's a lot of kids, right? Because I'll be playing with lo and behold, I'll be playing with my children. And they're like, wow, that's a lot of kids. I'm like, yep. And they're like, wow, and they, they're so well behaved and blah, blah, blah. And still, I'm just like, I don't exactly know if I'm supposed to say thank you or just be offended or what? And then they're just like, wait, you said these are your kids? I'm like, yes, these are my kids. Are they all from the same woman? And I'm like, oh, really? Really? That's where we're going? That's what we're doing? It's a bit personal. Right? I don't know you. I don't know you. I'm like, come on. It's like, why would you even ask that? Like, come on, just think about what you're doing. And the thing is that they have absolutely no, like, they're just like completely oblivious to the fact of what they're doing. And then, you go off and be like, yo, so yesterday I felt threatened by the police or something, and they're like, oh, come on, it's not that bad. You wouldn't feel that way if you weren't actually doing something, blah, blah, that kind of poop. But it's just one of those cold wake-up calls where you're like, yeah, I know we keep telling everybody that it's better, but it's not. Oh, and that day when that happened, when I made that post, I was a wreck. I mean, I was a mess. I was an absolute mess. Absolute mess. It was bad. It was very bad. I'm surprised your child didn't go to jail. It's like, oh, come on. It's like, wait, really? And you're like, oh, I'm surprised your kid didn't go to jail. Selling crack cocaine, like, come on. Anyway, horrible. But like I said, I finished. I came home and I was like, What? Stupid. Project done. Project done. Project done. Like, I knocked out 3 projects in a span of like 2 days because I was in I'll show you mode. Like I said, silver lining. Very productive. Hey, sorry, Skip. I know that you're far away and all that kind of good stuff, sort of ish. But I do believe not this Friday, but next Friday, I'm gonna have studio. I'm gonna have some studio, and I know more than likely Bakio will be here, or Single Digit will be here, and I don't know if you were part of the group with JR. But I'm assuming he'll be here too. So I can swing down. Oh, snap. That would be awesome. It is generally people start showing up at around 8 o'clock. And I know that if we plan it, right? if we tell the boss ahead of time, right? Like, hey, we want to do this. People are coming, right? That she'll have snacks and stuff. Snackies. What days will be off this month? None. I'm not missing anything. No days are missing. Because I'm going to Portland on Friday. Going to Portland on Friday, do my lecture on Saturday, fly back Sunday morning. So. Nothing will be missed. Whew. So I might be convincing my school to do a study abroad trip in March to Japan. With me. So, if that happens, that week I won't be here. I mean, you said no stream sometime this month. Nope. Well, I was saying that I didn't know if, Portland was going to be an issue as far as when I was coming back. So I didn't know at that time, but since they allowed me to pick my own schedule, so I'll be coming back. I'll be back like Sunday afternoon, so that should be good. Look at that. We did it. Man, that was a lot. Okay. It's all cleared up. I think, right? Yep, okay. Down. Okay, you froze. Yeah, no, I see it. Bitrate dropped in, unstable horribleness. I see it. I see it. It's doing it. Checking my phone now to see what's happening there. Because it looks like I'm freezing on Twitch, but I'm not freezing on YouTube. Weird. Yep, I didn't freeze on Twitch. On YouTube, it's behind. Right? It's behind, but it's not. It didn't freeze. My problem is getting stuff to Twitch. Interesting. That's really interesting. No. I watched people on Twitch all day today. I wonder why I'm having such a hard time streaming to Twitch. Some money to pick some stuff up for me. Maybe. I know I'll be wasting money. I don't know, wasting money might be the wrong adjective. Oh look, my player went out. Some Copic markers. Yeah, I hear they're super cheap over there. It's like, I hear they're really nice and cheap. A friend of mine went there once. Yeah, I don't know why, but like I said, YouTube's working just fine. Like streaming to YouTube is just fine because I have that open on my phone because I was like, well, I want to check to make sure that things are going well and stuff like that. So I'm like, oh well, I'll have it open, right? But I have that streaming on my phone and I have nothing. Actually, something I've changed in my method is putting and shaded on a separate layer from the lines. Did you guys I'm lagging because I just have an error. There was a network error. So that's what I'm getting right now. Is there's a network error. Please try again. I'm back up. Is anyone else got any issues? You haven't had a problem. It's just me, so I'm the one freaking out here. Like, I don't know what it is. Like I said, I have Twitch open, right, so that I can write you like I just did, and it's like, you suck, you're broken, and it's like, but what? So you haven't, you guys have, you guys haven't had any, you're not experiencing the same problem? I know Miss Ebony said that she was lagging, but I'm gonna, must just be me. I guess I just have to wait for you guys to tell me life is bad. I think the text and video are out of sync. Your text appeared before you said anything. Oh, well, I wrote it first. Hey, Squish. How's it going? Hope you're doing okay. Oops. There. And for the monthly job. I have no idea. To be honest, I'm like, I'm really trying to figure that out. I'm like, well, because it is interesting, right? Like, it's different. Like, what would they be like in Halloween costumes? Like, I don't know. See, and then do something like I drew draw Batman, and then we're like, no, it's Bruce Wayne. It'd just be difficult. Bruce Wayne. I think Bruce Wayne would go to a party as Batman. We're like, oh, bold choice, Mr. Wayne. Like, yeah. That's what I would do. That's cool. Oi. That's really cool. It's fun. Yeah. You won't. Wait, I'm sorry. I need to put laundry away. Shush, then, wait, what? Uh-oh. Favored pastime? Absolutely not. Still don't understand why you would spread such lies. So many falsehoods. Man, I can't believe that on Friday, because I get there pretty early in the morning, I think. Well, it's like 10 o'clock, so it's not that early, right? But I'm going to be in Wacom headquarters. It's kind of crazy. Oh, really? Yeah. Still putting everything together. Same way as always. Because I think that my inks and my spot blacks are, like the lines and the spot blacks are the same thing to me. So, giving you a second. I don't know. I'm gonna see what happens while I'm there. Because I might try and work out a partnership with them. See what we can finagle with a partnership, you know? I think that's my goal for like 2023 is to land something with partnership with someone, some company. I want a partnership with someone. That's why. Oh no. You changed where you sit? It's a new office. I'm in my office. Oh, yeah. No, normally, so I've got different cameras. So normally, which I really need to move this over. I don't know why. That? No. Too much? There? Yeah. Yeah. So normally I'm drawing traditionally, and that's over here. And so the camera then shoots out that way, and you see the top of the ceiling and all that stuff. But when I'm doing digital, it's right here. So, France. Nice. Yeah. Like I said, it's different position. Completely. But it's always been set up that way. As far as inking here before, yeah. I did it. I mean, I think I had my. I don't think it was my first digital stream, but it was one of, if not the first digital stream was like yesterday. Or not yesterday, Wednesday. So, normally I've been doing a lot of traditional stuff. I was going to do some traditional, but I've got packing stuff going on right now. Since I finished another project, I got to pack it up and send it tomorrow morning. So, you know, it's kind of a disaster over there. What's up, Mandala? What's going on, man? How's your mom? How are things looking? You gonna be able to get away? Sort of. It's almost done. It's gonna be. It is going to be done this week, if not within the next 2 days. Trying to make it, you know, I want to make it at least look like that. So yeah, you know, but like I said, it's gonna be done here the next couple days. Oh, and I saw your question on Instagram, and I'm sorry I haven't answered it yet. Things happened this week that were bad. So yeah, can't necessarily say that I've been too focused on answering questions. So, but I will. I'll get back to you on that. I need to go to Lightbox. Do I? Why? I'm asking. Okay, come on. Lots of networking opportunities. Okay. Oh. Really? Okay. Yeah. We were talking about your Christmas thing. For the term Lightbox, Disney, Marvel, possible. Oh, really? See, oops. I think my big goal is to get out to Licensing Expo next year. Go out to Las Vegas. It's in June this upcoming year. Like, I saw the video for this year and I'm like, this seems like a good spot to be. This is where I want to be. The list of type of people they were specifically searching for. Okay. So many to go to. But one of the big things that I've realized is I don't want to work for anybody. And I knew that. I've known that for since a very young age. It's like I've always wanted to be able to do stuff myself. Like like always. Like I've actually done one submission in my life to a comic book company. One. And only one. And the only reason why I did it was because it was a school assignment. So, you know what I mean? Like, it'd be cool to talk to them, but here's the problem that I'd be facing, right? So, I have a lot of experience, right? But it's not exactly how those companies want my experience, right? Because I don't want to come in and be a bottom of the totem pole concept artist, right? I've done that. I've been there. I have a family. You know, I don't need to do all that. But because they have certain aspects that they're looking for like a director, like, because I had a friend and he was like, man, you would be perfect for let's say it's like being a producer. You'd be perfect for being a producer here at Bethesda, right? And he got me in and talking to HR and stuff like that, or, you know, got my resume to HR and all that kind of good stuff. And the thing that they told me was, while, yeah, you got a lot of experience and you've done all this kind of stuff, you haven't shipped a AAA game. And it's like, oh, okay. But I've done this, that, and the other thing. They're like, yeah, no, that's great. But you haven't shipped a AAA game. And so, if you want to do this, you have to have shipped a AAA game. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then they're like, and, you know, you're not going to be able to come in and just do that. Like, you got to, and that's the thing. Like, it seems like you got to prove yourself. Like, you got to prove yourself outside. That's why it's really funny when so many, you know, they're like, why is everyone going the independent route? Why are people doing this entrepreneurial thing? Like, why is this happening? Why is this shift happening? And I'm like, well, it's because, you know, you expect them to, what's up, Single Digit? It's like you expect people to try and kill themselves for an opportunity to prove themselves again. You know what I mean? It's like they got to do all this work for you, and then you're like, oh, well, you might be good enough to do what you're already doing, right? And I'm like, I don't want to do that. So if I wanted to work with Blizzard, I would have to already have a product that people are liking, that they're like, we like what you're doing. You're like, we really want to, you know, like, they're going to have, that's how I am going to be able to work with another company. Because like I said, I have no desire, none whatsoever, to become a concept artist at the bottom of the totem pole, right? Like, I don't want to do that anymore. I'm ready for being the producer, being the art director, right? Especially after being an art director. And it's like, I don't want to have to go back. Like, there was a time when working for Blizzard was like, ooh, this would be great, but I don't want to do that anymore. Not like that. Not in that capacity. And companies too, they're all looking for talent and doing different things. It sounds great. I'll have to look up Mandala and get into it. I'm also in the boat. Give me a decent laptop, and so I can do just about anything. Yeah, I don't need to work at or with a studio. Exactly. And that's the thing. And I have to say, and this is what this is the kind of thing that I'm telling my students. I actually had a long conversation with a young man last week, and he was just like, do I have to go to school? Do I have to do this? Do it, And it's like, well, what exactly do you want to do? It's like, I want to draw comics. I'm like, then go draw comics, right? Because there's a difference. There's a difference from when people are like, oh, I want to draw comics and I want to draw Spider-Man, or you know what I mean, or I want to work for Marvel. Like, if your answer is to work for a company, then cool, right? We can make that happen, not a problem. But if you're like, I want to draw comics, well, go draw comics. Like, well, because that's what I realized was happening with me, right? Because people were like, oh, what are you doing? And I'd always say I want to draw comics, and they'll be like, oh, for who, right? Versus what stories what are you trying to do, Whereas now, when they're like, oh, what do you want to do? It's like, I want to work for, it's like, I want to draw comics, my comics. So, just got back from the cozy. Nice conversation with James. Nice. He was like, nice. They're shouting. Rooting the shit. I just, you know what? The thing is that I want to tell my story. And luckily, I'm in a position where I can do that, right? Because I have a job. And that's the big thing. It's like, I have a job. And so because I have a job, I'm not reliant on the comic blowing up, right? I'm not reliant on making sure that it is the number one thing, period. Like, I don't have to do that. So I think that's the biggest benefit. And so, I have the ability to just be like, I want to draw this Ninja Empire comic. You can't stop me. You know what I mean? Like, you can't stop me. I'm going to draw it, and then I'm going to draw it the way I want to draw it. And if you don't like it, fine. Don't get it, right? But I'm going to keep going, keep drawing it. Granted, you don't need to work at a big company to do that either. Ever since the panelists, my views on one particular statement I hear a lot has changed. When people say, I want to draw comics or I want to make games, that mentally has changed to, I need to draw comics. Yeah? I'm glad that stuck, though, Single Digit, because there's a difference, right? You want to draw something, like, I want to be able to fly. I can't do that, right? And then, but if you're like, oh, I need that feeling of flying, well, then you're going to go learn how to fly, right? The fact that when people are like, well, what do you want to do? I'm like, I need to be drawing right now, and I need to be drawing my comic because it's just what I need right now. And when I was doing Dark Legacy, there wasn't really a, I don't know, it needed to happen. And that's why it was so easy to spend so many hours doing it, because I was like, I needed to get it out. So the twist is that the humans are the monsters. I'm inking right now. Nice. Your comic where the cops are also the bad guys. Right. Great, lots of great artists, and I was impressed by the quality. Nice. You know, one thing, I had a desire, and I posted on my Patreon where I was like, look, I'm sorry. I know I haven't really been giving you a lot of glimpses at stuff because I've been trying to finish pages, right? And I want to continue finish pages. But I love the idea, like my passion is the actual creation of the world, right? Coming up with characters and their stories. That's really what I'm interested in, right? And with the comic, right, you can't, I could, but it's gonna take me forever to tell all the stories or weave all the stories in of all these people, because we've got so many characters, right? And I just want to keep creating more. And like, this character would be cool to have in here, and this person would be cool to have in here. Oh, and this person would be cool. But then to go, oh, well, these people all need to be they all have to be in the story somehow, makes that really, really, really hard. You know? So, you gotta draw the comics. It's like, gotta draw the comics so that you can create more characters. So that you can, you gotta draw a comic. It's a vicious cycle. But what's funny is I don't think you guys know or comprehend what's happening right now that's going on right before your very eyes. Like, I've worked in comics. I have created comics, right? But I've never actually done pencils. Never really done finished pages beyond 5. I've never done more than 5 pages of pencil work. And so this is like, not only is it like, oh, I'm going to be doing, right, like I'm doing this, like, oh, this is happening. But it's a big milestone for me because I've been doing so much other stuff, right? Like, I would be, surprise, surprise, the inker on someone else's stuff, or the colorist, or the editor, right? So I would be doing all these other things. Yes, come on. No, come here, buddy. What's wrong? What's going on, buddy?
My stomach really hurts.
Yeah.
Yes.
You need to go potty?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you can try.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
You want some more water?
I don't know. I don't know that.
It's okay. Oh look, they're saying hi to you. It's okay, bud. Just walking in. No, unique and having some like thriller. And somebody's watching me. Ah. Like, Hazard is my go-to guy for Gambit or Wolverine inks. It's okay, bud. At least your head doesn't hurt anymore, right?
Yes. That's my stomach.
Yeah. You probably need to drink some more water.
Okay. Can I go downstairs after?
For what?
I'm watching the TV.
No, sir. It's way past your bedtime. What's wrong with your tabby?
I'm pretty sure it's 2%.
Mm-hmm. You didn't charge it today, did you?
I did. Especially been watching a lot of videos.
Oh. Well, then maybe it's time to go night-night. Go take care. I am.
What did they say?
They told me to take care of you. Squishy says hi. Miss Ebony says hi. Mandala says hi. What's Brown gonna draw for us today? Nothing, because he's got to go back to bed. School tomorrow. I got books I already own. Oh no. Brown's not feeling well. No, he's got a tummy ache. Why don't you go drink some water?
Okay.
Okay.
What if my stomach still hurts?
It's probably still gonna go hurt. You need to rest. And I'll check on you later, okay? Ooh, tiny, yeah. Not getting enough water. Probably the culprit. You know, it still hurts. It kept me from Anime USA. So, still hurts. But it looks like a foot now, right? May look like a fat foot, but it's a foot at least, instead of a balloon. So, like I said, I think it's doing better, but while I'm pretty sure I should stay off of it more, right? I am taking it very easy. I didn't run back to the gym, you know. Staying off of it as much as possible. But I'm not the person. I'm not the person to be like, oh, just here, stay here, do nothing. And I know that it's like, oh, well, you know, you could sit here and do this all day. Like, I could, but, you know, I got family and try and do stuff with them. So you can't necessarily just be like, oh, you know what I'm going to do? Neglect the entire family. Because I'm going to just sit here. It's hard for me. It's hard for me to be like, oh, this is what I'm doing. Nothing. And, you know, I don't know. So, but luckily I had some commissions I needed to finish, still finish, stuff like that. You know, so at least it was work. I watched Gremlins with the kids. That movie was, I don't know if you guys remember Gremlins, but man, the SFX on that, just so good. It's weird, like coming back and watching it now, it's just like, whoa, that was gross. You know, it's like, whoa. Gremlins is disturbing. Yeah, it could be. I mean, but like I said, I was just seeing it and remembering, it was like, whoa, I don't remember it being like this graphic. It was good. And I was like, man, look at them being all fantastical. It was crazy. I was like, man, that was really good. Scared my kids a little bit, you know, and they kept jumping out of stuff. Just didn't remember it like that. It's like, this was really good. Gremlins trying to put a mighty fear. I mean, yeah. Oh my goodness, really? Y'all, this is what happens? It was so rigged. So rigged. So very rigged. Yeah, that's a win. You did all the heavy lifting. Gremlins watching Christmas movies in October. Well, yes, but it was because it was a little bit creepy and spooky, right? So Gremlins kind of fits the Halloween, the Halloween feeling, getting a little scared, being, yeah, it was a stretch. It was a stretch, but you know what? It was accepted. It was accepted by the little ones, so. But they did. I mean, it was almost instantaneous once we finally saw the outside. And they're like, this is a Christmas movie. It's like, mm-hmm. It's like, yep, you are not wrong. Tis indeed a Christmas movie. But I was okay with it. You know what I mean? Mod Squad cheaters. Cheaters is what's happening. Only to the greatest one ever told, Die Hard. Yep. I was about to say, I'm like, yep. Doesn't get much better than that. Now I have a machine gun. Oh, now I have a machine gun. I did enjoy the Germans who didn't speak German. When Hans Gruber was like, "Schieß das Fenster," and the dude looked at him like, "What? Like, are you serious? You're German. What's up, man? You're what? Oh, it's not. Well, I don't think it's in here."
So I was watching these people, a Yu-Gi-Oh series where they open up packs and then make decks with them, and then whoever wins gets the rarest card. And while I'm watching that, I realized that I can put whatever I want on my cards, because one of the Yu-Gi-Oh cards was just UFO turtle.
Yeah.
It was just a UFO turtle.
Yeah.
It made no sense.
No. You can do whatever you want. I mean, that's the thing. You can do whatever makes you happy.
I can call my phone. Okay. I don't know where it is. Hello, Father.
Hi. Hello.
How are you?
I'm alright. Foot hurts a little bit.
Do you actually call each other butt violence in German?
Yes.
That's so funny. What does it mean? What would someone have to do for you to call them a butt violent?
Well, it's almost like smartass.
Okay.
So.
Okay, I can see that actually.
So that's pretty much what you're gonna get from that. It's like it's pretty much smartass.
And then I don't know what this one means. It's like bananen beaten bot. I have to look it up again, but it's. Did you find it? I don't know.
Looks like we're going to need more. Die Hard is the Ninja 3 domination
Yeah, mine's
with terrorist movies.
Okay.
Good night. That's funny.
There we go. It's not a D.
Banangaga? No. What? What?
Oh no, that's the wrong
I
one.
was like, what?
I don't know.
I'm like,
It
what-
makes negative sense.
I'm like, what
No,
you're
see,
saying
this
makes
is
no sense.
right. See, look. It
What?
says someone who's engaged. This one. Engaged in a pointless task, who can't concentrate or has no direction in life, can be called a banana beater or banana bender.
I've never used that term before in my life. Sometimes, you know, the translation things really want you to learn stuff that has been part of the dead part of the language for like
Yeah, I
a
remember
gazillion
when I was-
years.
What's it called? Like the ones, like, whatever. It's like sayings. And I was like, do you guys actually say this? It's like something about your liver, like you dropped your liver on the floor or
No.
something like that. And you're like, what in the world are you talking about, Tyler? I'm like, I don't know. They told me this is what Germans say.
No, and see, and that's how they. I think they say that because that's how they spot the Americans,
Oh.
right? They're like, hey, we're gonna tell them that this is what we say here.
I think it's just more of an old saying.
It is.
And then they just didn't.
I
Did you?
Brian, I don't know what you want me to do. Go potty.
Has he gotten like the Pepto-Bismol? I can give him some. How much are you like 10, 15? Goes absolutely nothing. Hi everybody. And your sister wears and I'm still
We have to talk to them.
Sing a song.
No.
And your 60 years and I'm still bored.
How is it going?
You look so short compared to Daddy when you sit down.
Is anybody working on any cool project? Ew, but how dare you? Tyler,
Yeah.
band single digit. I almost said Skipper Wing because their names both start with an S, and I got confused.
Says hello.
Hello.
Now Butch, talk in German.
No.
See, du bist die Perfektion.
Is anybody working on anything? Single Digit Studios. Are you working on another chess set? Why? No, I got confused. I got mixed up Skipper Wing and Single Digit Studios because they both start with an S. So I want to ban Single Digit and I got confused. It's not racist. You said kill me with fire. What? I think you're the racist. I can see it right now. It's still in chat. You didn't hide it.
Still what is in chat?
Oh, don't worry. I'm a non-artist too. I am working on a card game, but that's what I have Tyler for.
And I haven't done anything.
He hasn't done anything yet,
Yeah.
but that's okay, cause I haven't been doing very much either.
How is your pocket game gonna work?
Why would you annoy Kaiser? He's trying to work.
Yeah, that's not very nice.
He already has kids.
Yeah. He's annoyed all the time. Give him a break, bro.
Yeah.
You're gonna push him over the edge.
Yeah, this is his one chance to not be annoyed. And we even invade this time sometimes.
He loves it. Lol. Are you sure? Are you sure it's not just a mask like Dream? He wears a
Wha-
mask.
Not anymore.
He should wear it.
Yeah. So, Single Digit said, "You Butch, kill it with fire." So
What are you killing with fire?
me.
Oh.
Yeah. And so I was telling Tyler how I almost said ban Skipperwing because
Oh.
both of them start with an S, so I got a little confused.
Oh.
Right? And then when I set the story straight and explained why I said Skipperwing and not Single Digit, Single Digit Studio called me a racist,
What?
which isn't really fair because you said you were gonna kill me with fire.
What? But then he also said you need to entertain. It's like, what? So many things. All the things are happening.
Want me to shut the door?
Yes, please. Well, there you go. Those are my oldest. Well, that are still in the house. I can't even really say that he's seen Skip, like, in a point to where he was cognitive of who he was, like at an age. So I don't think that works. He's not really seen Skip. So, like, so, no, sorry, it's not gonna work. So, I think that not this week, but next week, Single Digit, we're gonna have studio, and we're gonna try and convince Skip to come down and join us. And JR. So. Really? Really? Huh. This oh, war hat. Oh no. Not allowed to wear hats. For hopeful kids are full of bitter parents who is full of toxic ego, backstabbing, and horrible people. Yeah, there's a lot of people in the industry who are jaded, right? But I think it's because they're still working for, because especially if you work in the gaming industry, right? Because you're like, well, working with these backstabby people because I don't have the mean game, right? Like, I don't have the means to make my own AAA game, and so it's like I gotta stay with these people because I want to keep. That's my passion, is to make these console games or these computer games and whatnot. Whereas, with comics, you can be like, I'm gonna do my own thing. I don't need you, right? Will you reach the numbers of Marvel Studios or Image or anything like that? Maybe not. Maybe not. But you can make it on your own. You know what I mean? That's the beauty. And it's like you might not make it, but you might. So, you know, so you see a lot more people like, oh, I decided to do my own thing, and they're way happier, and they're like, yeah, I've been doing this, and this is making me money, and blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? Because they're happy, because they're doing their own thing. But then on the other side, a lot of people will be like, yeah, man, I'm doing my own thing, but you know, it's a constant hustle. Right? And it's just like running any other business. You're like, I'm working day in and day out. And they're like, yeah, I'm making comics and whatnot, or I'm making toys and doing this and that, but I'm constantly working. If I'm not drawing, I'm networking. If I'm not networking, I'm answering emails and on social media, doing all this stuff. You know, so they're constantly hustling. And that's also not for everybody. So, you really just got to find out what it is you want. You know what I mean? Like, what exactly do you want? Do you want to do your own thing, or do you want to work for a company? If you work for a company, there's going to be all those politics you have to deal with. Plain and simple. Horrible, horrible, horrible politics. Often call me Colin. Thought we were brothers. Wayne. Stop wearing hats. Wayne is in Florida. Last I checked, Wayne's in Florida, and he was working with. And this was a while ago. What was it? It was digital printing company, Kablam. He was working with Kablam for a while. I don't know if he's still there or not. Kaiser Life. Rockstar Superstar. Maybe just change the lyrics of this song to the FX industry or cryptocurrency investing. Lindsay. Oh, dude. Oh, he thought you were Wayne. Oh my goodness. That is pretty bad. Hmm. Oh, when he came back to work. He was like, hey, what's going on, man? It was good talking to you. Like, what? Oops. Video. Should watch the Michael Jackson movie Moonwalker. That's what you should watch. That's where the party was at. Most multicultural groups of all time. It's like all were accepted in the gang in the gang life. So when you could still solve everyone's problem with a good dance off. Those days, they're long gone. No. Do. Street smarts. But I mean, to be honest, all those things are what, what Zordon was looking for in his teenagers. Kids with some attitude, some street smarts, had to have one that could dance. Billy! Know what? I don't know why my mind is now with Commando. Must be because I didn't get my weekly fix of Kung Fu treachery. Attitude, my foot. Now I'm going to enjoy Carl Jr. Oh man, don't rub it in. We don't. The nearest Checkers or Carl's Jr. is far too far for me. It really sucks. There was a Checkers. And it's like there was a Checkers by us, and it was the most glorious thing ever. Anytime there was a question of what fast food joint should we have, there was no question, right? There was zero question. It was, oh, we're going to Carl Jr. We're going to Checkers. But now, they made it into a Starbucks. Every other week, volunteering at the Captain Planet shelter for kicked puppies. They were some of the best kids for kids with attitude. So true. What always got me about the Power Rangers was how much they yelled. Like, just yelling all the time. Because, I mean, I don't know about you, but I've been in my fair share of fights, right? And I know martial arts, right? I've done martial arts, I've trained and all that kind of good stuff. The only time you do all that, you know, yelling when you're kicking and stuff is when you're in a tournament, right? Because you're trying to tell the ref that you made a hit just in case you didn't see it, right? And they're like, oh, you didn't see it, so screamy scream. But for as much as they were fighting, you don't make all those noises. I always thought that was funny. And how they had so much power when they did their transformation that, like, it exploded behind them. They're like, we must release all this energy we have gathered. Find these kids with attitude. One time everyone Ranger was brainwashed. Out of verse. Same reason you just explained. Right. Kimberly was evil in the Turbo movie. But for the audience, yeah, no, I get it. But still, it's just so extra. It's so extra. So maybe you guys can tell me this, right? And I know that the Power Rangers was taken from Super Sentai, and they took the information or the video footage, and then they recorded stuff in the States, and they spliced it together, and they made that happen, right? Like, I get that. But, okay, Billy, the Blue Ranger, as an American, I'm going to woke myself up snoring. Well, then it's working. I'm a bow out. All right, I'm glad I could help get you to sleep. But Billy, who was the brainiac of the group, right? He apparently couldn't fight. Night, Bexy. Like, he couldn't fight, right? Like, they were kind of establishing that he couldn't fight. But then how come when he was the Blue Ranger, right? When he was the Blue Ranger, he could fight? Right? So, how did that work? Was it trained just... No, I'm not saying that he didn't know how to fight as a person. I'm saying Billy, the character, didn't know how to fight, right? Like, that was the thing. Like, he's like, I don't know how to fight. Oh my goodness, please teach me how to fight. And they would be in Ernie's, juice bar, teaching him how to fight and all that kind of good stuff. But then, oh no, the putties are here, and he knew how to fight. Well, no, actually, when the putties were here, he didn't know how to fight because he wasn't a Power Ranger. But as soon as they transformed, he was Power Ranger, and then he automatically knew how to fight. What? No. You didn't. Come on now, it wasn't. It's not. It wasn't the Matrix. You're just like, I'm gonna study some stuff real quick. All right, I'm gonna put this helmet on. I now know kung fu. Like, come on. That didn't make sense as a child. I was like, wait a minute, I thought he couldn't fight. I don't know. I just always found that was a bit of a story inconsistency. Inconsistency. It was like, wait a minute, I thought he couldn't fight. Why can he fight now? But what do I know? What do I know? What? You've never seen the Power Rangers? Oh man. Fight mode into their brains. Wasn't a nerd like that. Oh really? I didn't know that. Oh wow. Was equally bad. Do. The source footage, right? Just wasn't any time. So you're working at 13. Huh? Should use this for stock footage. Huh. Masquerading as an adult. Oh. No, the sword did the talking. That's cool. So Baki, you gonna make my talking sword? Take your cosplay skills up to the next level? It's like I've unleashed a conversation that I no longer know enough about. I'll think about it. Well, that's more than what I got before. I know. I have no problems with it. Nerd away. I'm just like, oh, I can't talk on this. Is that the one where they're in the giant floating pirate ship? Because I saw that one. Like, that one was introduced to me. They're like, you should watch this. The bed. All right. I'm sorry to hear that. It was so horrible. Oof. Crap. Oh, it was a reunion one? I watched that one. I watched Forever Red. really enjoy all the like the monsters that they come up with. Is always fun. Like there's so many good designs and stuff. Just like, I have way too many T-shirts. Yeah. Oh. Three too many shirts. I was never really able to get into Kamen Rider. Maybe it was because when it was introduced to me, I was a lot older, and so my thoughts were somewhere else besides nice, fun nerddoms. Like, and then I realized, oh wait, no, that's really what I want. At that point, it was too late. Nope. Work shirts. Sounds like a lot of work shirts. Show me. Show me. Huh. And that is complicated. Like, man, that was complicated. Now you're gonna see just how smart you really are in trying to put it together without instructions. Or maybe someone translated them online. You know, because the internet's a great place. Well, yeah, it's true too. Once again, it's like, once again, the internet's a great place. Oh, 15 minutes already? Jeez. Rocking it today. Just look. Also got. Oh, really? You can already buy tickets? Oof. Goodness. That hurts, man. That number is painful. Okay. That's still so much. LVX was a better deal for what it is. Yeah. San Diego's trying to make it harder and harder for people to show up. Let's see how the Mod Squad's gonna cheat again. Ugh. Oh my god. Oh, Skip with the win. Skip with the win. Skip with the win. Solely because the Mod Squad has been cheating for so long. Not even gonna call it rigged. Congratulations. Totes legit. away we go. They got Mounties. It's only when he cries. I don't cry. I don't know what you're talking about. Aw. While I'm inking, it's like, aw. See, but that's why, because the cat knew. Just I can't warm up to the kittens. They're cute and all. Just can't. You know, also, being allergic to them doesn't help their cause. Save. Ow. Drug addict. Definitely just trying to kill your attention. Peas in the this one. Take care. Shouldn't have children. Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Oh, nice. You met Ergo Josh. Nice. Yeah, I saw a lot of people saying that they were going to Lightbox. I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna be planning my next year. So. That's sad. No, he. Oh, I don't know. Because I know that he was supposed to be in New York. You know, something. I just keeps itching. Yeah, that would make sense. Time's up. I'm tired. Alright, well. You heard it. Time's up. So, let's save. Drinking last night? Maybe, but it's all good. It's Sunday. We should all go get some rest, I guess. Page is almost all inked up, which is great. Because, you know, the inking. But yeah, so almost got it done. Colored up. Put some letters on there. I might do the letters later, like offline, and then we'll get to work on some other ones. We need to draw some pages. I feel it in my bones. We need to draw some pages. So I'm on vacation this entire week. Nice. Hope everyone feels better. Hope Brown feels better. See you tomorrow. All right. Thank you very much. As always, you people are awesome. You're absolutely the driving force that allows me to keep going. Thank you so very much for hanging out with me today and dealing with my teenagers coming in and my poor sick child. We'll be on again tomorrow, probably throwing some colors on here or drawing. Depends. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Okay. Sounds good. Talk about that tomorrow. All right, everyone. I guess it's just time to go to bed. So, thank you so very much. And remember, born a ninja, die a ninja. I'll see you guys later.
The Ninja Empire is supreme, dominant, and unstoppable. Our ninja spirit is fueled by fire and driven by razor-sharp determination. When we take on a mission, we must succeed or die. Our style is unique and deadly, and no one wants to suffer the wrath of the Ninja Empire.